What up, what up? Hey, welcome back to the channel, y'all. We out here doing a little bit of work today. I'm waiting on my son to come out here so we can kind of get started. But I'll kind of show y'all what we working with so far. But before we get into the video, man, y'all already know what to do, man. Go on and hit that like button. Go on and hit that subscribe button. Go on and hit that notification bell, so you know when we dropping these videos. I'm telling you, y'all definitely want to stay tuned on this one, man. This is gonna be a different build than mine was, cause like we actually get into it from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? From beginning to end, from us picking it up and to us doing everything to it, fixing stuff, replacing stuff, whatever the case may be. On my car, we got started late on it because I didn't have a YouTube channel, so y'all didn't really get to see this one all the way from the bottom. But this one, you're gonna see it from the bottom, all the way from the bottom, and we're gonna work this thing out. So for now, I kind of show y'all what we got going on. We want to try to get this thing started, but I don't know if it's gonna happen today or in this video. It may or may not, so y'all just stay tuned to see what happens. So first off, I got this battery. I actually found this battery out of my wife's short bed that we went and picked up. It's a battery from like 2019, so it still seemed pretty good. It's holding like 12 and a half volts or whatever. So I went on ahead and put these these top post connectors on here. As you can see, I got this long behind cable coming from the starter because the battery was over here. So the starter cable is going under the engine all the way over here. Man, look at this. This is my alternator cable. Hey, so, you know, we working with what we got for now. Definitely all this stuff is going to get replaced because this is a fire hazard, like waiting to happen. So this coming from the alternator going to the battery. This is what it looked like at first. This was the end that was connected to the battery. And then this was just all frayed and messed up. So we definitely can't ride like that. So we got to be safe, y'all. But for now, just, you know, for testing purposes or whatever, I just cut that bad end off. And I'm going to just use this, man. This actually looked like an extension cord cable or something. But anyway, so like I said, all this stuff will get replaced, but for now, we're just working with what we got. The header, it was missing gaskets, so I got a brand new gasket to put on here. But in order to get the header, seated correctly, I gotta unbolt it from the collector underneath so that I can move this around and line it up the way it should be. The other thing. So yeah, the valve covers were missing bolts, so gotta replace those. I had checked the oil, which this whole thing is coming out, but the oil is full. It's black, but it's full. So the oil is full. I checked the transmission fluid. It was good. Let's see if I can get it out of here. Transmission fluid. I know I'm supposed to check it in drive. I mean, not in drive, but check it with the engine warm or whatever. But I just wanted to make sure we had some fluid in there, which the transmission will be well after we try to get this thing started. So we ain't really worried about that anyway. The coolant, it was low. I filled it up, but it's low again now because once I jacked the car up on this side to mess with this starter, as you can see, I got fluid all over the ground. But it didn't start leaking until I jacked the car up. So I don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully it's something minor, but we'll get to it when we get to it. Right now, the thing is the starter, because I got power to the vehicle. So if I turn this key, I got power. Got the oil choke, charge light, and service engine soon. I turn my lights on. You probably can't see that in the video. Okay, here we go. So turn my lights on, the dash lights come on. They the trash factory lights, so you know it is what it is. And we got headlights. If y'all can see this in the daylight, we do have headlights, so that's good. Let me see if we got tail lights. Tail lights, yep. We got tail lights on both sides. So we're working with a little something. This thing also has power seats. So seat moves forward, backwards. The tilt works. And then you got the raising of the seat. So all this stuff works. We got power. Horn. Horn works very well. But then we go to turn the key and we get nothing. So the first thing I'm gonna mess with will be the starter. So I already started pulling the starter, started pulling the bolts, but I got a brand new starter right here. It'll actually probably do better. It's a mini starter, which I had for my Monte Carlo. And I thought my homeboy was gonna need it, so I had ended up giving it to him, but he didn't need it and he held on to it, and now I need it. So shout out to 85 G-Spot, man. He actually brought us some more parts here today. So the starter, we got a deck here, a radio deck. He brought me some tail lights, because you know my other tail lights are cracked and broke. He upgraded his sound system, so we got an amp here and a 15 kicker comp. So definitely appreciate any and all donations that we getting to work on this thing, because I mean, the boy ain't got no job. He 14 years old, so we taking all we can get. But yeah, so this is what she looking like. Y'all saw that on the last video. It's looking all, you know, looking clean, looking decent. So now we're just gonna try to get this thing started up, turn it over or something. So once we get this starter off and replace it, then we'll get back with you. Actually, the first thing we're gonna do is unhook this, unhook these battery terminals, because we don't want no issues, trying to be safe. Only reason I hooked them back up, actually, because I wanted to show y'all how everything works in the car. So we're gonna unhook these, and then we'll get up under there and mess with the starter. Y'all stay tuned. All right, time to take this starter off. So we up under here. Hopefully y'all can see what we got going on. It's only 2 bolts in the starter. So you take those 2 bolts out and then take all the wires off from it. Don't let that thing fall and hit you now. Did you mess with the other bolt yet?
No, I just did this one.
That starter is heavy. It's one of the big original ones. So don't let it hit you. header in the way?
No.
Oh, okay. It's turning?
Yeah.
One, and you got one more. I don't even know if I'm getting it on the camera here. I'm trying to. Oh, watch your head. All right. Now, you might have to let me get up in there because you're going to have to finagle it to get around that header and those transmission lines. If you think you can do it though. You can just bend those lines a little bit.
Right, these?
Yeah. But try to, no, you can't, you got to have both hands. You got to have at least one hand on that starter. If it falls, there you go. It's already coming out. See? You should be able to get it. Don't even worry about them headers because they need to be replaced anyway. You ain't got to worry about scratching it up or none of that. Work it on out of there. There you go. Your uncle, he said you was gonna have to remove them headers to take that starter off. Or make him into a liar. Get it on about it there, cuz. You my son. Make it work. There you go. You ain't hurt yourself, did you? All right. Man, look at that big old starter. Yeah, dog. Boy, that starter big as hell. But she out of there though. So now you just gotta take those cables off and hook them to the new cables. Actually, I'm gonna put a block under here for you so it won't put stress on those cables. And we'll put the other starter up there. So we got this big behind starter propped up here. As you can see, man, this stuff is old and janky. Like exposed wires where this done melted or whatever. And so we got the fusible links all pulled to the top now. And y'all always know, man, it's always more work cut out for you than you expect. Cause this been rigged up. It was wrapped in electrical tape. These are replacement fusible links right here. These two. And look how they were connected. So, I mean, it's connected, but it just, I don't know, it ain't pretty to me. So I want to make that look a whole lot better. And, you know, just, we're going to make that a lot better than that. We're going to go ahead and solder this, solder both of these cables, solder this one. We're going to put new ends on them so that we can connect them to our new starter here. So I know the ignition cable goes here, which is this one. This is the ignition, and then all my power stuff will go here. But only thing is this starter doesn't have the bolts that go on here, so we're gonna have to run to the store and get bolts to fit those. Man, look at this. Man, this stuff everywhere, man. Hey, we gonna get it though. One thing at a time, man. One thing at a time. Slowly but surely, we gonna get there. We might mess around and get some power today. We'll see though. But this is what we working with, man. This is what you gotta be mindful of when you got these old schools. You know, it may be a little more work than you expect, or if you take it to a shop, they might charge you extra because they had to do extra work. That's extra man hours or whatever the case may be. But if you do it yourself, you know, you still gonna have the same issues, but you're gonna have a little bit more money in your pocket. But y'all stay tuned, man. We still working. Yeah, so we back. I end up repairing these cables. I soldered them, and I put some actually some liquid tape on there. This was recommended by Elko Warren, man. Shout out to Elko Warren. If y'all ain't following him, man, and you a DIYer, especially with these G-bodies, man, go ahead and hit up his channel, man. You're gonna learn a lot over there. So yeah, I went on ahead and repaired all of these cables so they don't look so bad. I mean, it's still a backyard job, but it's a lot better than it was before. Got my heat shrink ready to go on here, and we're gonna go from there. Go ahead and throw my heat shrink on and get it tightened up real good, and then we're gonna go ahead and get this starter hooked back up. And man, check out this starter, the new starter versus the old one. Look at the size difference. That's crazy. And in case y'all think I'm out here by myself, I ain't. He out here too. We about to put him to work. So let's get to it. We're gonna see if we can get some juice to this thing today. We'll see. Yes, sir. So we've been out here working, y'all. See, I got stuff rigged up, but you know, it is what it is. We testing right now. Got my ground wire going over there to the battery and I went and got a shorter battery cable to go to the starter. So it's running down through there to the starter. I plan on putting the battery here, like I said, make for a cleaner look with instead of having the cables going all the way across to the battery position there. So we're gonna put the battery here eventually. So right now we got the starter mounted up. Actually, it's not mounted up the way it should be because the bolts are too long, because the mini starter bolts are shorter. So I'm gonna have to go get some new starter bolts. But we got enough tightness to get a ground. So let's see if this thing will turn over. Go ahead, do the thing, bruh. Okay. Okay, so we got action. We ain't worrying about no fuel or anything right now. Actually, should have took this fuel line off, which it ain't shooting there, so it's fine. Cause this fuel been in here since, you know, like I said, 12, 13 years. But we got action. We got action, y'all. The motor is not locked up. It's turning over. So we definitely got us a good project here. This thing is going to run. It's gonna run. So once we get us some fuel and everything, that'll be another day. Probably another video as well, because we're gonna have to go ahead and close this one out. I don't know how far we done got or how long it is, but I don't like making too long videos. But like I said, you know, we working over here. We're getting a little something done. My son learning a little something. So yeah. Go ahead and turn that thing over again for him, dog. Yes, sir. Turn it over. Yep. Do it a couple times. Yep. There we go. Like I said, y'all, we got action, man. 87 SS, boy. Car films. We got action, boy. That boy 14 years old learning stuff that grown people don't know yet. And probably never will know. But we got our work cut out for us, but we doing pretty good. Like I said, one thing at a time, man. One part at a time, $1 at a time, one day at a time. Either way, we gonna get there. Everybody trust that process, man. 87 SS, boy. Car films. We out.